Yo, what's up, dudes? Welcome back to another video, and today we're gonna be reacting. I need a water. We're gonna be reacting to Bruce Lee's intense training. Now, if none of you know who Bruce Lee is, he's like this fighter actor dude, but he was really skinny and he doesn't even look strong. I could probably bench more than him. No one even knows what fighting style he does. He kind of just seems like a flake to me. But we're gonna be reacting to his brutal training today and see if he's really good. Let's get into it. Alright, here we are. We're going to be reacting to Bruce Lee's Old School Training Will Transform Your Body Full Workout by Paris Demers. I don't really know what we're supposed to be looking at. These are his secrets, his chin and his neck. Let's just get into it. What is happening? Why are there so many? Whoa, hold up. Alright, sorry, I had like 10 different videos going at once, so it kind of all jumped. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Let's go. Now the reaction starts.
Of each one.
Okay, now the reaction starts.
His martial arts career that shaped the rest of his life. He realized that if he wanted to be the greatest fighter of all time,
attacked by a bear?
He was going to need to do more than simply hit the heavy bag, spar, and practice Wing Chun on his wooden dummy. He was going to need to look outside the world of martial arts training to find training methods that would produce the kind of adaptations his body needed for him to get an edge on the competition. So he studied the training of professional strongmen, old school bodybuilders, boxers, fencers, and more. And then he took the best parts of each of their training methods and developed his own unique training style. He was responsible for his insane strength, ripped physique, and unlimited...
Ripped physique? The only thing ripped is his skin, because he looks like he fought a bear.
Endurance. We're going to be breaking down all of Bruce Lee's training secrets that made up his most legendary training program. And then, at the end of the video, I'll be giving you a full free workout program based off of Bruce Lee's...
nobody cares.
Walked away with the win. The fight was closer than he would have liked, and Bruce was disappointed with how his body performed during the battle. His wife Linda has gone on record to say that if the fight had gone on much longer, Bruce probably would have lost due to his lack of conditioning. So Bruce gave the heavy bag a bit of a break.
Doesn't sound too good to me.
Books instead to figure out what his next move was.
Alright, so this bookworm, he started reading books. What?
To find a training method that no other fighters were using that would give him an edge the next time he needed to beat down.
You gotta stop saying that. What?
That would give him an edge the next time he needed to beat down another racist.
What?
He stumbled upon a sport that was just rising in popularity at
Karate.
the time. Something that no other fighter would ever dream of doing. Bodybuilding. Bruce found some friends who were in the bodybuilding world, and they helped him create his first ever bodybuilding program that he would follow 3 days a week. Now, with most bodybuilding
3 days a week,
the focus is on building up muscle groups like the chest, shoulders, and lats, with the goal of improving one's physique. But Bruce Lee was solely focused on victory, not vanity. For Bruce, it was physical performance over everything. So he trained the muscle groups that he thought were most important for fighting: the legs, arms, and forearms. Now, will running this program make you a great fighter like Bruce Lee was? Definitely not. But will it make you look like the sailor Popeye with a thick ass? 100%. But this was just the start of Bruce Lee's weightlifting journey. And this program, and the next few years of Bruce's life, were the perfect example of his philosophy around training. This is a quote from Bruce. Research your own experience.
Look at his physique. Bro is so skinny. He did not train his arms. Not even. I say he trained his arms like once and gave up. His posture is 0. He has a little bit of a belly. What is that posture? And oh my god, it's unbelievable.
What is useful? Reject what is useless. Add what is essentially your own. Bruce spent the next 5 years experimenting with different kinds of resistance training workouts, taking the best parts of each one and rejecting everything else, until he had assembled the perfect resistance training routine, a kind of bodybuilding Voltron, if you will. By the year 1970, 5 years after Bruce started experimenting with lifting,
it's like 100 years ago,
it was clear that all this weightlifting had paid off, because Bruce went all the way from 130 pounds to 165 pounds. And while standing at a mere 5 feet 7 inches, that means Bruce was a thick boy. But this is where Bruce ran into a huge issue. He ended up dealing with the same problem that 95% of Americans deal with every single day. He had become too thick. While the extra muscle mass had made him stronger and more intimidating,
he doesn't look thick at all.
How much his speed had taken a hit. So over the next year, Bruce cut down to the 135 pounds that we're used to seeing him at in his big movies, thus regaining his speed. But he was left with a problem. How could he get stronger and more explosive without packing on a lot of extra size and bulk? Well, Bruce found his answer. but it was going to take a lot of hard training, which would have been a lot easier if he would have known about the sponsor of today's video.
Oh my gosh.
MCT
Just get to the point.
When he stumbled upon the book on classic strongman and bodybuilding.
Dude, what is this? This is... He trained after Eugene?
Training called Strength and How to Obtain It by Eugene Sandow.
Bro.
Eugene Sandow was a strong...
Ew! Skip. My bad.
Science of why this is possible, and it is in large part thanks to something called neuromuscular adaptation, which is all about how your nervous system and muscles learn to work together more efficiently. When you first start strength training, your brain doesn't send signals to your muscles perfectly. It might not activate all the necessary muscle fibers, or it might not coordinate their actions very well. However, as you continue training, your brain gets better at this process. It learns to activate a higher percentage of your available muscle fibers, send signals to these fibers more quickly, and better coordinate the contractions of different muscle fibers and different muscles together.
Well, dude, it's just neuroscience. Nobody cares. What was his training?
There will be less mechanical tension created and less muscle damage, meaning a lot less muscle growth than with conventional lifting, which is perfect for Lee and any other fighters who want to stay light and powerful while building strength. Here in this photo, we can see Bruce Lee curling a bar that's chained to the floor to work his biceps using this method. But this wasn't the only
so he just went to the... What? This glazing is outrageous. He lifted a bar that was attached to the floor. He's just going to the gym. What? He did nothing. This old school training, what? He read some books about, from Eugene?
In his book, The Art of Expressing the Human Body, there was a full isometric...
Yeah, it was actually made by John Little, pretty much.
Training program made up of 8 exercises that were to be performed
8?
for 6 to 12 seconds at a time. We don't have time.
Oh, my stomach hurts.
Here, so I've added a few of the best ones to the free Bruce Lee training program that you can download at the end of the video. The second technique that Bruce used was called speed training. This is where he performed standard barbell.
Dude, how is he so skinny? Bro, if he tried to punch someone, his arms would break.
But he tried to complete each set in as little time as possible. This means that he would complete each repetition with as much speed and power as he could. And this did an amazing job of recruiting and developing his fast twitch muscle fibers, which are responsible for one's ability to move explosively with power. Now, of course, these were just 2 of the weightlifting techniques that Bruce used to increase his athleticism. In addition to these, he would also relentlessly train his core, as you can see from these old photos of him performing his legendary dragon flag move. He would also train...
That's a legendary move?
Relentlessly train his core, as you can see from these old photos
of
him performing his legendary dragon flag move.
Legendary dragonfly move. He's literally just lifting his legs up.
Like cleans and presses. And there's a lot more than just that, all of which I've included in this 4-day week.
Alright. I think I heard enough. This video is just glazing. Bruce Lee, his intense training was like 8 workouts that lasted 6 to 12 seconds, 3 days a week. Boring, a bunch of neuroscience, book reading, Eugene. It was like, oh, muscle science patterns and this, blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, but Bruce Lee, skinny, not disciplined, just quick. That's it. It was just, he moved fast and that was impressive. In a real fight against a real karate Kyokushin master, he would lose in a second. This video disappointed me. I mean, it was a good video, everything. Like, I'm not dissing the video. I'm dissing Bruce Lee and his training. It stunk. Yeah. Don't look up to Bruce Lee. Look up to karate masters. Yeah, that's all I'm trying to say. See ya.